We're gonna keep it nice and light today. There will be no fighting. It's all about the growth today, okay? I'm sure everybody's tired of the fighting. So today we're gonna focus on work and yeah, I've chosen a few decks as you can see. We're doing a ooh, I didn't write the title. It's in the photo. So yeah, pick a pick a number 1 through 12. Visualize your own and see which one of these numbers really, or write them down if you can't remember, because it might be more than one. So yeah, we're gonna tap into our intuition. We're gonna do some intuitive practicing today. So what I'm gonna do is you pick your numbers or number, and then uh, I'm gonna let my intuition guide me, God guide me as to which deck for which number. I only have 6 decks here. Okay. I'm not gonna use them in any particular order. We're gonna use I'm gonna use my intuition to guide me towards which deck for which number. So it's a total blind one today. So it's just complete intuitive vibes today. Okay. So get your numbers. We're gonna give it we're gonna give you some time to like meditate on the numbers. It can take maybe about 1 or 2 minutes. Let's give everybody a chance to zone in. Yeah, pick your numbers. I need to pick my numbers too. Wait. I'm gonna show you my numbers for those of you who aren't close to a pen or anything. But you need to remember your numbers, because that's as far as I can help you with this one. Oh. There we go. Is that right? Up to 12? Yeah. You pick yours and then I'm gonna pick mine. I'm sorry. It's annoying, I know. Sorry. I was trying to keep the rest of the information from tampering with you. Right. What do you feel drawn to? Which number or numbers do you feel drawn to? Don't look at my booty, look at the paper. You're just gonna wait for the rest of the people that may be having some kind of difficulty. Give them a bit more time. So I'm sorry for those of you who were still trying to contemplate. But yeah, while I choose mine, you got a couple more seconds or something. If you felt drawn to all of them, trust it. Okay, so I was drawn to 10 of them. The only ones I weren't drawn to are 2 and 11. Isn't that crazy? Well, okay, so let's get the vibe started. So if you were born to number 1, okay, wait, let me pray before I start. Most High God, please step in and block anybody trying to interfere with this reading. Yep, do step in and deliver your messages to we, your children. Right. So, number 1. This is the deck for us. Trying to dodge the government today. They just been taken over. Like it's too negative for me. I need a break. Hang on. I forgot to do one thing. I'm sorry when I have to do this, yeah. I think this is something that God made me do to kind of block the people who are powerful enough to invade what we got going on here with the cards, okay? There's some very powerful magicians out there. But God is greater. Okay, so the subject matter. Ooh, we got ask with sincerity. in my lotion pot? Ugh, I don't know where. Just gonna slide some on the table. All right, let's see. Okay, so asking with sincerity, we got think things through. Ask with sincerity and look forward. Begin to explore. And have faith. So regarding your work, yeah, that things are gonna work out. Live life to the fullest. So regarding your work, there's something that you want, okay? And be open to love. So there's something that you want when it comes to your work. God is saying we need to ask with sincerity. So it's like, don't be wishy-washy about what it is that you want. That's why it say the message is to think things through. So once you've thought things through and you're sure that this is what you want, this is what you don't want. And remember, you can't get all of the answers, because sometimes we might think that we don't want something when it actually has to fit in with whatever is going on. And sometimes there are things that we think we want that don't fit in. So it's just a matter of setting some groundwork or some ground rules as to what you're looking for, what you expect, what you hope for. And then just, that's why I say begin to explore. So this is knowing what to drop and what to keep or what to add, or it's like being flexible. So yes, you have a plan, but just know that you don't know all of the variables, because life is unpredictable. So it's being open to shifting and working things out as best as you can. Don't be too rigid about your plan of action or what you want or what you desire to see. Leave room for the unexpected and begin to explore. So you're going to try some things, it's going to work out. You might try some other things that don't work out. You'll know how to shift. So the message is basically saying be open. Okay? Have a foundational plan, but be open to the different variables that are possible. Right? So, yeah, and have faith. Have faith. Definitely include God in everything, because you need professional advice, and God is the best, and everything is gonna work out. Yeah, like I say, you're gonna be happy, or we're gonna be happy. All right. Yeah, reflect on your truth. So just be honest about what's workable, what's not workable. Who's workable, who's not workable, because you want to get the best result possible. So you need to ask with sincerity, ask yourself questions with sincerity, and ask the people involved with sincerity, and then think things through, put your plan into action, and pay attention to how it's working out. If it's not working, then you put a plug, and then you see how to shift. If you have to pray for the advice or whatever, you do that. Use your magical gifts. God is our magic. Okay? And all will be well. So don't give up on the first snag. Don't give up on the first hiccup. Okay? There are going to be hiccups. Okay? But it's meant for us to learn to problem solve and communicate effectively and all these things. It's a growth mission. Okay? So expect that. All right. If you were drawn to number two. Ooh, number two. I'm getting the same deck for you. So sad you can't. I mean, I could play music, but YouTube be acting stupid sometimes. Good to have something nice in the background, you know? Elevator music. But I'm tired of seeing that stupid copyright thingy come up on my. So I only play music when it's time to play music, because then I don't care what they do with the video, you know? Because once we've enjoyed the music, I mean, shit, do what you want now. But with these videos, we need them to be there as references so you can come back in the future and analyze, you know? So, I prefer not to play music in them, just in case. They'd be happy to shut me down. Be like, you're in violation. They gotcha. One more time. Guess they don't want to trouble this one because I'm not connected, I guess. Ooh, why is that in the reverse? Okay, I must have been holding it upside down. So, you know what? Before I even interpret, let me check to see if it's meant to be in the reverse. We got the Reflect Your Truth card, number 2, at the as the subject matter. Let's see if you should reflect on your truth or not. Let's see. So sometimes we be lying to ourselves, so I don't want to assume. Let's see. Because it was upside down when I was holding it, so I feel like checking. Okay, it feels correct like this. Okay, so it's upright. So reflect on your truth. That means you're safe. Whatever you're subconsciously feeling and thinking when it comes to your work, it makes sense. Okay? So now let's get your message. And the underlying issue. Okay, so reflect on your truth, number 2. The message is face your adversities and do something different. The element of surprise. So face your adversities, I was hearing competition. So when it comes to your work, there's competition. And doing something different is the element of surprise. That's what I heard with that card. So basically, there's somebody that's vying for your spot. And God has decided that it must be yours. It's yours, but you're going to have to put some work in to secure your spot. Yeah, the underlying issue is a wake-up call. So if you thought that there was nobody after your spot, you are mistaken. And if you thought that it's just going to come to you, you are mistaken about that too. You got to put some work in so that people can see your value, like express your intelligence. I would suggest that you pray for that divine intelligence, like I'm the best of the best, you know. So yeah, so there's somebody trying to get your spot, and there's a need for you to do something different. And you know, when it comes to business, A lot of the time, what people tend to do is watch a business model and model themselves after that, because whatever that person is doing or that company is doing is working for them, not realizing that just because it's working for them, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the right formula for you. So it's okay to get some inspiration from here and there, but make sure that you acknowledge what is unique about yourself and see how it can mesh with your clientele or your customers. Okay? Yeah. So put some of you into it. That's how you do something different. Whatever your formula is, make sure you put some of you into it, even if nobody else is doing it. Especially if you see it as an idea that could possibly work, but it's kind of unconventional and people gonna be iffy about it. Sometimes you gotta look crazy to those who don't really understand your vision. And then when you start manifesting it, then they're gonna say, oh, and then you hear the stories, I didn't think that could work and whatnot. But if you know it's going to work, do not allow what people might think of your formula or your methods stop you from implementing it, because the answer is in you. Okay, let's read on. So wake up call, reach for the stars, reassess, and seek hidden treasure. The answer is within you. Trust me, God has put something great inside of you that this competitor, they're not ready, but you have to tap in. Okay? Yeah, seek hidden treasure and focus on success. You have to tap in. The answers are inside you. And if you can't find them, pray to your God. Let God reveal it to you. Okay? We have reevaluate your priorities coming in next. So perhaps that's a clue as to how to get to that formula. What is most important to you? Based on the business that based on the business that you're doing, and what is most important to accomplish in that business, make sure that you build your formula around that. Because there's a reason why that thing that's most important to you is most important to you. And a lot of the times it's customer satisfaction. Sometimes they don't know what they need. Okay? So be prepared for that. Sometimes they don't know what they need. So sometimes they think that they've experienced the best, but if you're a visionary, and you are, you're here to open up their mind to like a new path or a new way or a new product. Okay? So reevaluate your priorities and build your formula based on that. Okay? And we got grieve your losses coming in for some reason. So I'm getting with this that not everybody's going to believe in your vision. Like I said, some people are going to say you're crazy. It may be a rough start to begin with, but there are some people who are going to either believe in you or take the chance with you. So once they take the chance with you, make sure that you show them the best of what you have to offer, so that they can then go tell somebody, and somebody gonna tell somebody, and that's how you're gonna grow. So be open to growing slowly, but don't let anybody deter you from believing in your plan, your method, your product, and its effectivity. Okay? Yeah, grieve your losses and shine your light. Okay, God is gonna provide people who are gonna give you that chance. That's all you need is a chance, and they're gonna come. So trust that. No matter how long it takes, do not put a time frame on what you're doing. Okay, but if you have to do something else in the meantime while you're working on this thing, do that thing, because you need to keep money coming in. So do that other thing, but do not put down this master plan that you're working on. Okay, do not leave it behind. You're onto something. You just have a bit more work to do. All right, so number 3. know if those them weaponized lint bits, if they disintegrated or something, because it's been a while since I used these cards, and surprisingly, they are not bothering me as much as they used to at one point. So I don't know if after a while, it's been probably about 2 years now. Let me see. Well, it's 1 year and counting. Yeah, like 1 year and what, 2 months, 3 months, something like that. So it seemed like they kind of disintegrated, like they melted. Because this is supposed to be bothering me, because I haven't used this deck in a long time, and it's a low volume of them coming to my face. I can feel it, but it's a tiny bit. Or maybe somebody cleaned them off when I left my house. Somebody did me the favor. We thank you. We thank you. In any case. So number 3. Let's see. What's the message for us? Surprise, surprise. To whoever the magician is that's trying to stop me from getting my messages, can I just remind you that I don't need to use these cards to commune with the divine. I can get the messages while I'm sitting right here. I can get the messages while I'm asleep. I can get the messages while I'm on the toilet shitting. I can get the messages while I'm taking a shower. I can get the messages at any time. So you're wasting your time. Are you gonna try to monitor me all day, every day, all night, every night to try and stop me from getting the messages from the divine? You can't, because God can block you from my mind. Okay? You're an idiot. Let's continue. Rightio. Okay. So the subject matter of this part of the reading, we got step out of your comfort zone. That's the subject matter of your work life. Step out of your comfort zone. So that means there is something that you're doing when it comes, well, something that we are doing when it comes to our work life, that we do it because we are comfortable, or maybe there's somebody trying to get us to step out of our comfort zone. Let's see. Because if what we're doing is working, then there's no problem. It's somebody else's problem. So this may be something that we are doing, or maybe it's something that somebody wants us to do. Let's see what the message is. Okay, so the message is surrender to the divine. Surrender to the divine. So the subject matter is step out of your comfort zone. Okay, so what I'm getting with that is we have great ideas, but God has better ones. So whatever your idea is when it comes to your work, include the divine. Like I was saying, I think it was to number 2. We need professional help. It's always a great idea to include the divine. Unless you're 100% sure that divine has already given you the answers that you need. If you're in doubt, include the divine. Especially if your mission is a very serious one. I mean, it's all serious, because, I mean, it's your bread and butter, it's your reputation, it's your future, the future of your dependents. So I take that back. Surrender to the divine. We need professional assistance in whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish, okay? So the underlying issue, we have you and your loved ones are safe. So your job our job involves some level of difficulty and or danger. So we need, so it's like this is for like military personnel, people who are revolutionaries like myself, like activists, people whose job entail kind of ruffling feathers, combat, battles, war, shit like that. So this could, yeah, yeah. So this we need to surrender to the divine because there's some danger involved. But in order for us and our loved ones to be safe, that's why we need to surrender to the divine. So that's why the first card was saying step out of your comfort zone. So in order for you to be kept safe, in order for God's protection to be effective in our life, we're going to have to listen for those messages and pay attention for those signals. Pay attention to our dreams. If you're not sure, because sometimes people infiltrate our dreams. So if you're not sure if your dream is reliable, ask God if God is the one who gave you the dream. Okay? And once you are sure, then we need to follow instructions. Okay, if God give us an idea and we go contrary to the idea and things don't work out, it's not because God didn't tell us. So there's a need for us to listen to our intuition and follow orders right now. Listen to our dreams and follow orders. Pay attention to our visions and follow the orders that we're getting. And the reason why there's certain readings that I don't do is, especially if you're a person who is in combat. If you don't know the answers, your enemy cannot check your mind while you're sleeping and extract them from you. So we need to trust not knowing everything all of the time. We don't need to have the answers. All we need to know is that the divine is with us, and even at the last split second, we will be told or moved to do the right thing, the best option. Are you comprehending what I'm saying? Because you have to understand what the possibilities are in this world. People can search your dreams while you're asleep. Sometimes even while you're awake, because with the psyops on the social media, they'll show you something depending on who your enemy is. They'll show you something on social media, and right away it pulls certain thoughts, and then the telepathic people are there to hear what your response is, and then they can then use the information against you. So you ought to know what to just bypass. Okay? Know when to bypass stuff, and trust that even though you do not have all of the answers, they're gonna come when they're meant to, when it's safe. Okay? Also, your money. You may not have the money that you need right now, but know that it's gonna come when it's safe, when it's the right time. You may not have the people you need right now, but they're gonna come when it's the right time. Okay? Whatever it is that we need to be a success in when it comes to our work, just know that you may not have it, we may not have it right now, but it's gonna come when the time is right. So trust in the divine. Okay? So we got you and your loved ones are safe, and believe in the impossible. So whatever it is that we are involved in when it comes to our work, people are betting against us, but they don't know our secret weapon. God is our secret weapon. With God, we can't lose. Okay? So we need to make the necessary adjustments in our mind. Okay? We need to recondition our mind to pay more attention to the divine. Because emotions are running high. Exactly. It's possible that we are not safe in some way or the other. We are in the middle of a war. We're in the middle of a battle. And our enemies are pissed because we're already winning. So this is not the time to cut God out of the fight. As they say, the battle is the Lord's after all. Okay? It's not our battle. It's God's battle. And if God brought us this far, God is not bringing us this far to leave us in it. God say, yo, remember me. We can't, but God can. Okay? So, yeah, emotions are running high and a fiery climax approaches. So, some shit is about to go down. But just know that you are good enough because you're with the divine. We are with the divine. We're not fighting this battle alone. And the end of a tough cycle approaches. So whatever this battle is that we are engulfed in, it's almost done. It's almost done. And just know that it's going to get a little bit worse before it gets better. And this is why we need to stay close to the divine so God can guide us as to what to do, what not to do, who to deal with, who not to deal with, where to go, where not to go, the who, what, when, where, why, and how. Okay? So we got your dreams need a practical plan, but it says nothing will come of this situation. So our visions, our ideas, they're not solid. So we have a vision of what we're headed towards, but some of it is right and some of it is not. Some of it is going to be predictable to the enemy and make us easy to conquer. So we have to be open to make those diversions at a moment's notice. We're basically on call. And people don't have to understand what we're doing or why. We can talk to them after it's all said and done. Okay? Those who believe in us or those who trust our judgment, those who know that we rely on God, should know that they can trust our judgment because we rely on God. So just leave us alone to do what we have to do. When it's all said and done, then you can ask me questions about it. Until then, there's not much to say. Okay? Just trust me. Let me do my thing. I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. All right, now. Yeah, give me some space. Yeah. So yeah, meditate and contemplate. So that's where we get the messages from the divine. And it doesn't mean just sitting down and meditating. It means being open to whenever the messages come. Because the messages can come at any time, anywhere. Okay? Yeah, a personal issue reaches resolution. So once God sends us the downloads, then that's how we gonna solve this battle and win. Yeah. So it's time to release negativity. So there's no need to doubt. If you're going to work with God on this project, there's no need at all to doubt, because then that's just us insulting God. And God can't be God if God fails. You know? The definition of the capital G, capital O, capital D is that it never fails. It is the game master. You understand what I'm saying? So even if it has to disable our opponents to make sure that we win, God can do that because we deserve to win. Period. And then we got, don't let your past hold you back. So whatever the situation looked like in the past, expect a new thing. We have every right to expect things to not go the way that they have always gone. Okay? So don't let the fact that this person failed and that person failed and you've been doing it how many times and you failed so many times hold you back from believing that this time will actually be a success. This time we're not doing it alone. We're doing it with the Most High. Okay? Yeah. Your hard work is paying off. So over the years, over the months or days or whatever, all the work that we've put in, it's made us smarter, stronger, more resilient. We've learned something, so we have a good foundation to work with. So we've been making cracks. We've been getting blows in. We've been getting blows in. We've been getting blows in on our opponent. So now it's time to finish him or her or them. Okay? That's what's up. Your hard work is paying off and there's a win-win forecast. There's a win-win outcome forecasted. So that means you gonna win and they gonna learn. And to learn a lesson is a win. Okay? And then we got a new romantic cycle begins. So that means there's a certain new level of respect that's going to have to come to you because of what you've accomplished, or come to us because of what we are about to accomplish, that which we can only accomplish by listening to the divine. All right? So God is our weapon. All right? So that's it for number 3. Now we're going to move to number 4. So, if you chose number 4, your answer is here. Okay. All right, shit. So number 4, when it comes to your work, we have be an original, don't be a copy. Okay, be the original dan da da. Yeah, be the original simply means be yourself. Like I was telling one of the other numbers, it's good to take inspiration from elsewhere, but there's specific there are specifics inside of each of us that make us unique, make us relevant, make us star quality, make us the top of the top, make us the cream of the crop. So do not devalue that which is unique about you. Just because other people don't understand it, just because other people don't clap for you about it, just because other people aren't mimicking you right now, it doesn't mean that it's not thebomb.com or the business. It doesn't mean that it's not a golden egg. Okay? Okay. Some people will lie to you and tell you that your brilliance is nonsense just because they're jealous, or just because they want to stop you from believing in yourself, or, just reverse psychology. So you need to know what you have, who you are, and believe in that, and work towards promoting that. Okay. So, hold on, let me see why is this in the if it's meant to be in the reverse, this one card. It's meant to be in the reverse. Okay, we'll look into that soon. Okay, so the message, we got time to upgrade your work ethics. And beware of thieves, scammers, haters, etc. Yeah, because like I was saying, people will tell you that you're crap just because of all type of reasons, except the fact that you are actually crap. We are not. If you were drawn to number 4, you got something very special, very unique, very I heard expensive, uh very lucrative. Okay, so it's time to upgrade your work ethics and beware of thieves, scammers, and haters, etc., because they are gonna come at you. Gold diggers, you name it, they gonna come. All right, because you got something that's really lucrative. So the underlying issue, we got your method requires a little adjustment, so it does not. Whatever you've been doing is perfect. Keep going. Because this way it means adjustments are required, and that's why I'm glad I checked, because it was in the reverse, and I don't know how it got in the reverse, but it's meant to be interpreted in the reverse. So just know that there's nothing wrong with how you are doing what you are doing. If you can make improvements, but don't look at what you got and think, oh, it's nothing, or don't let nobody convince you that it's nothing, or it's not of high value. You have something that is of very high value. Okay, whether it's in the goods or services department, you got something that people want because it's original. Nobody else is doing it. Okay, so it's time to upgrade your work ethics in the way that you make yourself immune to thieves and scammers and haters and gold diggers and naysayers. Okay, and maybe even copycats, right? Right. So be an original, don't be a copy. Then we got start planning and saving for that venture. So whatever that thing is that you got inside of you, it's time for you to start to think of how you're going to use this to really bring you financial success. Also, well, success in whatever way, because it could be networking, it could be finances, it could be exposure, like in marketing. Just you need to now start to plan and save for putting your goods or services out there. Okay, let's read on. Alternate between heels and flat shoes to prevent swelling. So I made this deck specifically for hairdressing, okay? But in a reading like this, in a general sense, it's saying that you need to know when to switch it up. So there's a need for you to be this way at this time and that way at that time. So it's like it's not a one size fits all, or it's not a everybody's on the same level, whatever you're offering. Because for me, for example, if I was to relate this to my tarot reading business, I don't plan on charging everybody the same price for my readings, because the 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 value of the information is very high. Okay, because the information that I give is accurate, and it also can mean the difference between success and failure. Okay, happiness or regrets. Okay, so the for a rich person and for a poor person, the value of my information is the same, but a rich person can afford to pay more for the information than a poor person. So if a poor person come to me for a reading, and a rich person come to me for a reading, even though they ask the same question, I have a deck that I use that God will determine, because I don't know how deep people's pockets are. Okay, so personally, I have a deck where I give God the power to determine, well, how much should each customer pay, because I don't want nobody coming and kind of the scammers scamming me out of what I can have, because if I'm going to offer my services to rich people, then there's no way that I'm going to charge them the money that I would charge a poor person. Okay, because the information is equally important to both classes, to both financial classes. So I have a system where I use the deck for God to decide, well, how much each customer should pay for their reading. Okay, that's what I plan on doing when I finally get the go ahead to launch my business. Okay, so something like that. Alternate between heels and flat shoes, alternate between whatever your business is. Make sure that you're flexible with it so that you maximize what's for you. Okay? Right. So if it's rich people, make rich people pay you rich people prices. And if it's poor people, let poor people pay you poor people prices. And whatever other variables may affect what you offer to the public, whatever goods or services you offer to the public, know how to. Right. Let's see. So we got some clients want silence and some don't. So don't hesitate to explain. You will know who needs extra explanation when it comes to your business, especially if it's something unique. You're an original. You're not a copy. So that means whatever we're offering to the public is something that they're not used to. So people are gonna have questions, and some people they don't have no questions. They just want your product. Okay, so don't waste your time explaining to people who don't want to hear more, and do not hesitate to be able. Don't not hesitate to explain yourself to people who desire to know more and know what you're sharing as well. Okay, let's see one more. This one was upside down too, so. Okay, so it's in the reverse. So it says go to an alternative payment method, card, mobile, cash, barter, or trade, etc. And it's in the reverse. So whatever system you got set up, it's like stick to your system. Don't let people change how you're doing what you're choosing to do. So like I was saying, rich people should pay more for our services than poor people. It's time for us to stop this thing where we charge one price to everybody. It's not fair. So like if you're a carpenter, for example, and you're going to a rich person's house and you have a poor customer, it'll be respectable and sensible, and it'll bring you good karma for you to charge that poor person accordingly and charge that rich person accordingly. So how are you going to know who is poor and who is rich? That's why we need to invite God into this situation. So you're going to have to develop a method whereby God can show you who can afford to truly pay you properly for your services or goods or whatever you're doing, and also show you who really can't afford to but they need your services. You understand? So it's like we do charity in the midst of our business. We're quite open to doing charity too because other people need, and that's gonna set good karma up for us. So if something should ever happen that our business get destroyed or anything like that, people will remember, and even for generations, your children will benefit from that kind of approach to business. Okay, so yes, it's being more conscientious about your customer and what they can do to support your business, because if all your customers are poor, hang on, I was thinking something kind of gone. If all your customers are poor, I mean, you need to make money too, but if you are considerate of their financial position, or even let them save the money, give them time to save the money and then come back to you, or come up with a payment plan, or try to do things to help your clientele, because just because they're poor today don't mean they're destined to be poor tomorrow. So if you're catering to a customer who is poor today, if they were to come up tomorrow, they will gladly give you interest on top of your full value for your work because of your kindness to them. You see what I'm saying? So it's like setting up ourselves for greatness, like come what may, you know. So yeah, it's not a bad idea. So it's like don't let anybody tell you how to run your business when it comes to your money. And also what we have to realize is if you know you have a customer who can't afford your services, to pay the full price of your services, and you give them a friendly price or a discount based on their financial status, the thought just slipped me again. Then if you do that for someone, then God might then, your next customer may be a rich one. You understand? So it's like a give and take with God. So instead of looking to your customers as your your main source of income, you look to the divine as your main source of income. So where you show some charity here, for the next 2 weeks, God could give you those big rich ass clients so that you could charge properly and get your true value for your goods or services. Do you understand? So we have to keep an open mind and work with the universe. We can't lose. Okay? Yeah. So yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so let's see. We got take the time to practice, right? So always offer up excellence. It don't matter how much they're paying, keep your standards high. And stop doing work for that person. So don't let nobody try and don't give nobody the power to belittle you. Okay? You are the boss. You are the emperor of your empire. You don't have to take shit from anybody. Okay? Because we're not beggars. The good karma that we put out there, it secures our it secures our income. So you don't have to take shit from anybody. You're covered. You got insurance from Mother Nature itself. They can't determine what comes to you and what you don't get. You don't have to take shit from nobody. If you for people like this, for people like this that you don't feel you can trust, take your payment first. Get paid for your work first, but make sure that you fulfill your end of the bargain with excellence, so that people will build confidence in paying you their money first because they know that you're not gonna fuck around. Right. Stop talking about it, be about it. They know you don't fuck around. So if you're gonna take money first, make sure that you fulfill your end of the bargain. Because your reputation is your real currency. That's your real worth, your reputation. Because then when they go around and talk negative things about you, it puts a damper on your business. It's better it be lies than it be the truth. If somebody's gonna say something negative about your business, let it be lies, not the truth. Okay? Alright. So that's number 4 done. We're gonna do 5 and 6, and then we're gonna come back and do 7 to 12 on another live. Okay? So let's gather my energy up again and let the intuition guide me. So number 5, if you felt drawn to number 5. Oh, it's the same deck. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so the subject matter concerning our work, we got it is time to promote what you have to offer to the public. Straight up, time to do some marketing, man and woman. So if you've been hiding what you do, if you've been afraid to take the lead and put yourself out there, you're stopping yourself from making money. Okay? What you got is already great. So just go out and be great. Okay? And that's why it's important to do what we love to do. Because when it's something that we love to do, it's easier for us to find the courage to just do, because it's like built into our system. So have confidence in your magic, you know? And where you don't have confidence in your magic, you pray for God's courage and wisdom, guidance. Okay, so the message, okay, is upside down. Let's check. Okay. Okay, feels more if it feel more compensate. It feel more correct like this. So the card that came out says compensate them for the inconvenience, but it's in the reverse. So if you do what you have to do and you do it well, there'll be no need to compensate anyone for any inconvenience. Let's see, at the bottom of the deck, the underlying issue is you do not need to like someone to work well together. So it don't matter who it is. As long as their money is good, do what you gotta do and do it well. You do not need to like someone to work well together. So this could be for people who have issues with like sexism and racism and sexual orientation and things like that. Okay? Business is business. People's personal lives is their personal life. So if you're gonna be a business person, I mean, it's up to you how you want to run your business ultimately. But if you cut out a certain sector of the public, then that's how much money you're cutting out of your overall income as well. Okay, so you have to be wise when you're going into business. Okay, so so you do not need to like someone to work well together, and with them we have time to change up your look. Now I'm not getting your physical look with this, I'm getting your outlook, the way that you're looking at people. You got right skills, wrong area. Right skills, wrong area. So yeah, that's a good idea. It's like if you don't like catering to the people for whatever reason, whatever bias you might be experiencing, then you might want to take your business to a place that's populated with people whom you deem more ideal, or people who resonate with your people who resonate with your ideals, you could say, your standards. That's not the word that I'm looking for though. Basically, people who stand for what you stand for, you know? If you feel offended by someone's lifestyle choice to the point where you feel like you don't want to do business with them, then perhaps you should find some place else to operate from where you have less chance of running into them, because having less chance of running into them also mean that there's more chance of having the opportunity to cater to the clientele or the customer base that you would like to cater to. Okay, so you may have the right skills but you're in the wrong area. Okay, so if there's something bothering you about where you are, then just move. If it'll give you peace of mind and help you to think more clearly and be happier in your work, then go and find that place. You might have to drive for longer or take the train or the bus or whatever, but you'll be happy that you did. And plus, when you're in that mental and emotional state of being, you attract that positivity. You attract more blessings because you're putting out that positive vibration. So it wouldn't make any sense for you to stay somewhere where your energy is dampened and your mood is low and you don't really feel like dealing with these people, because people will pick that up, and then that will give your overall business a bad name. And you don't need that type of publicity. You don't need that type of stain on your record as a businessman or woman. You understand what I'm saying? So if there's something in your work environment that's really bringing out the worst in you, go somewhere else. Okay? Okay. And then we have take bathroom breaks as necessary. I'm getting with this, like, before you explode, just walk away. Say, yeah, oh, I need to use the toilet. Give me a break. They don't know it's vex or you're just annoyed or whatever. You have to tame your beast within so that you can operate with people or circumstances that you would really rather not. But yeah, go take a bathroom break, say a prayer, let God take over, so that there's less of you being given to those people or that matter. Okay? Before you blow up, you were wrong. So this takes us back to compensate them for the inconvenience. So yeah, there's something about your work life that's really irritating you and it's bringing out the beast in you, when work should be a place where you bring that good vibration. Okay, work is a place of 99%. Your workplace should be a place of professionalism. I would hate to ever see professionalism drop when it comes to the work industry. I don't care how quote unquote fake the game is or anything like that. When you're dealing with people in a professional setting, please remain professional. Okay? Unless they deserve, okay, to see the beast in you. But God is saying, before you blow up on anybody, just don't create that kind of circumstance for yourself where you're gonna have to be compensating people for your bad or wrong behavior. Okay? And we got take the time to practice. So this is all about your emotions at work more than anything else. And then we got stop doing work for that person or that company or that whoever. Okay? We got stay out of office politics and drama. It was in the reverse. Okay, so it's in the reverse. So don't stay out of office politics and drama. Well, the reason why it's in the reverse is because you're already in it. And God is trying to stop you from doing or saying something that's going to make you get reprimanded or something. Okay? Do not overwork yourself or overexert your emotions. Do not overstep your boundaries. Okay? And we got decorate. So decorate, this is all psychological. Okay, you can create the environment that you're looking for. It starts with the environment that you create within your mind. Okay, they don't even need to know that you don't really like them like that. And then we got, do not compare yourself to anyone. Okay, so yeah. And then we got, tell them the total cost of the service before doing anything else. So this is not even just about money. If you're dealing with someone in business and there are elements that you need to make sure you and your customer or clients are aware of, make sure you tell them that before you even begin. Okay, to avoid any misunderstandings. So because of the way that you feel about maybe the work environment, maybe the people that you have to cater to, or whatever this is that really irks you about your work, there's a need for you to psychologically train yourself to maintain a certain level of professionalism when you are interacting with this thing or person or group of people, company, whatever, so as you keep your reputation protected and respected. Okay, or if you can't do that, then it's time for you to move to a different business or a different place or a different something that doesn't bring out the beast in you like that. Okay, so something needs to get done so that you can maintain a certain level of professionalism, or we can maintain a certain level of professionalism. All right, so 6. Can I just say on my behalf, when it comes to number 5, the reason why I'm so irked that when I'm dealing with like the politicians and the major corporations behind the scenes that's pulling the strings of society and doing such a horrible job of it, is because I know the disdain and the disrespect that they have for me. And personally, I would prefer not to have to speak to them the way that I do. But I feel like in order to get them to listen to me and take me seriously and know that I'm not to be played with, I need to express myself as such. Once I see their cooperation, then I could stop being the beast and start being professional. Right now, they act like beasts, so I give them beast. They need my beast right now, so that they don't think I'm a fucking joke, because I am not. So I don't know if that's something that you're dealing with as well when it comes to your work, but just so that everybody is clear, this is the reason why I talk to them this way, because I don't have to talk to them this way, but I've been offering them my services, I've been offering them good advice, and they keep ignoring me and they keep hurting me. So obviously that's not friendly behavior. So if they don't want to treat me with respect, then I'm a fucking clown them as well. If it's a battle of a power struggle or battle of authority, they're gonna know that, yeah, we are not on the same level. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how many businesses you own. I don't care how vast your knowledge is when it comes to dealing with these matters. I see who you are when it comes to your overall psychology and your moral compass. In these things, I outrank you. And your moral compass is more important than your bumbleclap pocket. Because manners can take you through doors that your money could never open. Because for me, When it comes to having a man in my life, for example, I would rather take a poor, respectful man than to take a rich cunt. There's no amount of money that you're gonna have that's gonna make me open up my legs to you if you treat me like shit. Period. But if you broke and you treat me like the respectable human that I am, if you reciprocate my energy, people gonna wonder how is she giving the pussy to this one? What he have? Fucking manners. So all people are not the same. We don't all value the same things. And this is why these people have gotten it so wrong with me, with the men that they put in my life and the way how they try to fucking come at me and lure me in. Just so we're clear. So, 6. Okay, so the subject matter concerning our work, we have face your adversities. Okay. Remember I told you the only two I'm not drawn to for me personally is number 2 and number 11. Let's check this. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so face your adversities. The message is speak up and be true to yourself. And we gotta laugh at your demons in the reverse. Shit, it's not a laughing matter. This is what I was just saying. That's why I'm laughing at the message that came out. Because I was saying, these motherfuckers are mean to me. So I must have the right to be mean back. When they start behaving to me with some respect, then I will reciprocate their respect. So I'm not going to feel guilty because God told me to, like, talk to people or deal with them with professionalism. That's the professionalism that they deserve. That's the 1% of the time where we're allowed to be unprofessional, because you're not gonna fucking shit. Me, the customer is not always right. Okay? If you deal with me with respect, I will deal with you with respect. If you come at me stupid, don't be surprised if I come at you stupid, because I have the right to. I don't have to, but I have the right to. And I might just exercise my right to be a bitch if you want to be a dickhead. Okay? So, and they need to know. So next time they decide to come to your place of business, they'll think twice about how they're dealing with you. Because if I haven't disrespected you, why are you disrespecting me? And because I'm the fucking worker here, you think that I'm supposed to just take your shit? You're in the wrong establishment. We don't do that over here. Right? So don't laugh at your demons, because it's not a laughing matter. Let's see the underlying issue. We got think things through and be of service. And admit your vulnerabilities. Shit, you hurt my feelings. That's my vulnerability. You disrespected me. And I can't allow you to continue like that, because then you're going to think that I'm something to just walk all over. Fucking ass. We don't do that over here. Strengthen your gifts and rejuvenate. Your gift of speaking, your gift of being true to yourself and true to others. Your gift of standing up for your right so that people don't take you for a doormat or a piece of mud under their shoe or some dog shit that they accidentally stepped in. This is not that. So this is for people who are being disrespected in the workplace. You're not meant to take it. Because by taking it, you're setting the example, you're setting the mode for how people are or people can treat you. If people see you taking shit, they're going to all come at you with some shit when they feel like. And you're going to just feel less and less and less and less of yourself. Less dignified. So you're going to have to find the courage to speak up. And be true to yourself about how they're making you feel, the way that they deal with you. By all means, say what you're saying respectfully, but say it firmly. But speak up. You're nobody's doormat. Especially if you're great at what you do. Respect is a must. And that's why people need to have the courage and put in the effort to be able to go self-employed. Do not be afraid. Because if you want to keep offering your brilliance to somebody else who is just forever keeping you down, although you know that you are the backbone of whatever the operation is, your brilliance is the one that keeps the thing running. Your brilliance is the fuel that keeps the machine functioning. If you were to leave that company, it will fall. Why should you take disrespect? You have to know your value. And it's like, if you're not going to treat me the way I deserve to be treated, then I'm going to leave. Yeah, they're going to get vexed. Yeah, they might try to take you out and all these things, but you never know what you can achieve if you don't try. You're allowing your fears to hold you back. It's not a laughing matter. So many people's companies are built on the backbones of so many people who are not being appreciated for their contribution, down to the janitor. Need to be appreciated in your company and respected for the work that they do. How good it is to go into a bathroom that smell good. You can actually breathe in there. If your cleaner cleans your toilet to that degree, sometimes do not hesitate to give them a bonus. Every 3 months, give them a bonus because you can afford it. Show your appreciation. If your office floor is spotless, if the corners don't have any dust in it, somebody come into your office as a quote unquote lowly janitor and decide to put that much pride into the mark that they're leaving on your business, you need to appreciate them for making you come into such a gorgeous environment. If your cleaner take the time to wipe the dust even off your plants that beautify the office, see their value and acknowledge it. Make them know, say you see it. That's only going to bring out more goodness out of them. Let them feel confident to inspire other people, that even though people look down at this, we are very important. We are an integral part of the business, even though they don't give us our respect. How would you like to go into the toilet with piss all over the toilet seat and all over the floor? And people are spit inside the sink and not rinse it out. And do you know what that bathroom looked like before your cleaner went in there? All these things in society need to stop. And if you're a cleaner, you should take a picture. You should start documenting and make your own profile as to your own bumbleclot work. So you can show other companies what they can expect when they hire you. Go and sell yourself if you're working in a place where people refuse to appreciate you. It's not about how people value you, it's about how you value yourself. Because if you keep building on that, you can build a whole army of cleaners who clean to that standard. Do not underestimate the value of excellence, no matter what role you play in a business or in society. Do not be ashamed to be a cleaner. Do that shit with pride. And if you're not being appreciated for it, it's because you're around the wrong set of people. Shit, take the lead. Society will not change if we don't change it. Take the lead and go with the flow. So if you're in a business of any sort where you're not being appreciated, you need to start to build your portfolio and start to look elsewhere. And I highly recommend that you start to freaking try and develop your own business, because as we know, these companies, almost everything is run by the same couple of people. And you need to put God before you so that God can bring you your customers. And do not be ashamed of a small beginning. If you keep being excellent, trust me, the money will come looking for you eventually. go with the flow, reflect on your truth, and choose who you work with and who you work for wisely. If you're not being appreciated, it's because you're not around the right people. Who looks down on a chef? Who looks down on a janitor? Only a fool. When you go to eat your food, you want to eat good food, don't you? You want to eat healthy food, you want to eat tasty food, you want to eat clean food. Food prepared in a clean manner. But yet still you want to go and like say the chef the chef isn't that important, or the people who clean up the kitchen aren't that important, or the people who clean your toilets aren't that important. That's a stupid mindset. Because if I was to walk into an establishment and then they look dirty, I wouldn't feel happy walking into that establishment. Whether it's dust or dirty floors that need fucking mopping. Clean that shit up. Yeah. Choose who you work for wisely and continue to do what the fuck you love to do, what you're great at. Offer that excellence. Keep building yourself and let the money come and find you. Have faith. Even if you're a freaking janitor, and be patient. Yeah, man, don't hesitate to grow slowly. It's gonna grow. The money gonna come and find you. You just have to keep going. If you have to get a second job or something to keep your finances in order while you're developing while you're reaching for the stars, then do that. But don't make nobody try and make you feel like you're worthless. It's how you look at. I feel like continuing. I'm gonna do one more. Okay, so that was 6. Now 7. If you felt drawn to numbers 7. right, so the subject matter for you, number 7, we've got compensate them for the inconvenience. Okay. So, somebody need to be compensated for the inconvenience. Or do they? Let's see. Okay, so we got handle personal drama outside of the workplace. And it was in the reverse. Let's just check the energy. Use one piece like this. So the shit is in the reverse. So that means that your personal drama and your work drama are one and the same. So it's like somebody at work or maybe a group of people at work are taking you personally. So they are eliminating the business factor and are looking at you from a more personal perspective. So it's like more important than the money is who you are, I guess. Handle personal drama outside of the workplace. Yeah. So maybe somebody don't like the fact that you're tall or you're short or you haven't been to school like they have, but you're greater than them at the work. Maybe somebody don't like the fact that you're black or that you're white or that you got long hair or that you can speak better than they do. You can explain yourself more clearly than they do. Maybe they don't like the fact that you work harder than them, you take the job seriously. They don't like the fact that you're shining in some way or the other, or you're standing out in one way or the other. And instead of focusing on the money and building the business, they are focusing on what they really can't stand about you, like personally. So the subject matter was saying compensate them for the inconvenience. You don't owe nobody anything. Let's check the underlying issue we got here. So we got take payment first. Focus on the bumbleclot money first. If you don't like me for whatever reason, that don't have nothing to do with the money that we should be making. You're a mumu. If you're gonna make however you feel about somebody, stop you from making money. Like, what the fuck did you come to work for? Isn't it about making money and serving the public? Isn't it about fair trade? Why are you not trading? You're too busy looking at your colleague, or they're too busy looking at us. Wanting us to dim our light to make them feel better, to make them not feel as inadequate, or less interesting, or less smart, or less cute. We don't give a fuck what your personal drama is with us. You shouldn't give a fuck about what somebody's personal drama is with you. We are here to work. And if your personal, if something about your person is going to irritate somebody so much in the workplace, then it needs to be handled in the workplace. Shit, they brought it up, or they're allowing it to affect what the overall takings is. So then they're not only cutting into their income without a fucking care, because I guess whatever they don't like about us is just such a huge issue that they're like, fuck the money, I don't like you. That's what they're saying. They hate us so much, or they hate that thing about us so much that they don't even care about making money. It's like, I just don't like you. Let's read on. We need professional advice on this one. But if they bring personal situations in the workplace, then it needs to be handled in the workplace. Shit. It's affecting everybody's money. Maybe they need to fucking get fired. How about that? So anyway, we got take payment first. And then we got take bathroom breaks as necessary. That's what they need to do. Shit. Shit. If this is us, because why was I drawn to this? I don't have no problem. Shit, I want to make this money. So let me see. Because it's like my brain is modeling this up. So perhaps somebody's using some kind of reverse psychology on us in the workplace, trying to make us look like we are the hateful ones. That's what I'm getting, because this don't make no sense to me. They're saying take payment first and take bathroom breaks as necessary. Like, who the fuck is hyperventilating? I'm not hyperventilating. If you were drawn to number 7, I ask you, were you hyperventilating about the people that you have to work with? The people that God put in your life to make money with? I don't think you have such a huge problem with them, but they have a huge problem with you. And they're such smart asses that they know how to make you think that you are the problem. They're not gonna work that shit on me. Because I don't like these motherfuckers that I have to work with, but I don't hate them either. It's like, let's get this money. That's how I feel. But they hate us so fucking much, but they don't want to admit that they are the problem. They want to make us believe that we are the problem. But yet still, we are the lifeline. Without us, what's going to happen to them? But anyway, let's read on. So I feel like there's some kind of reverse psychology going on here. They say compensate them for the inconvenience. Like, have you inconvenienced anybody at work? And now I ask, have they inconvenienced you at work? I would say they're inconveniencing me because I'm still not making any money. I'm not inconveniencing them because I'm throwing business ideas out there. If they're not using them, they're inconveniencing themselves. That's my story. They still got my phone blocked. They're still trying to hurt me. So as far as I'm concerned, they're inconveniencing me. They need to compensate me for the inconvenience. So let's read on. So yeah, take bathroom breaks as necessary. They're supposed to be paying attention to the money first, but they're not. They're worrying about their mood. Their hatred is just so much that they need to like go and cool off because it's making them act a fool. They were wrong. So they're disrespecting us because of whatever, maybe racism, maybe ageism. Maybe they hate the fact that you look good, you keep yourself in good shape. Okay? They were wrong, and we got now is not the time to quit. So they are holding up the business. They need to compensate us. Then we got make that announcement well in advance, which is to say sorry. So somebody's wronging us in the workplace and they don't, it's like whatever it is about us is just so strong in their mind and in their heart and in their soul that they're even willing to ignore the money. Let's see, we got share those ideas with who can help. And we got stop talking about it, be about it. Exactly. So like I said, I'm giving them ways to move into their future successfully. If they don't implement it or if they implement it wrong, that has nothing to do with me because I'm not the one holding up the process. They just hate the fact that the ideas come from me. They hate the fact that they have to pay me a percentage. They're probably afraid that if they don't pay me a percentage, the whole shit is gonna crumble, and they should be afraid. Because why would you want to wrong me that way? You need to compensate me for the inconvenience because you were wrong. You understand? So that's the same thing for you. So whoever this is in your work environment, they're wronging you. They are wronging you. There's something about you that is so strong and so irritating to them that they don't even want to make no money. It's probably because you're the one that's giving the ideas. Share those ideas with who can help. So because the idea is coming from you, they're being rebellious. They hate you more than they love money. Oh my God. It says stop talking about it. Be about it. And it says it is time to promote what you have to offer to the public. Exactly. Get the business moving. But yeah, they hate you more than they love money. Very interesting. They need to tell us sorry, and they need to just fucking put those ideas into motion, and let's start making that money. Shut the fuck up and keep their fucking egos and their fucking emotions under control, because emotions are very good servants but very poor what? Masters. If your emotions master your life, you got a serious problem. Because even look at life, look at it this way. Sometimes things happen, and because of how we perceive them at the time, our emotions get flared up. And it's like, when the time comes and we really see what's happening, it's like, it's not even what we thought. So like, we get all emotional about whatever. Okay, let's say for example, somebody makes a whole video, like a 10-minute video, and they say something, and somebody picks up what they say. Let's say it's like a 30-second, 40-second clip, okay? And somebody records that and posts it. Now we're hearing what they're saying for that 30 or 40 seconds, but the context is it's all about what they said before and what they said after. So we now picking up this 30-40 second clip, we're gonna be judging that person based on what they said for that 30-40 seconds, and without going to find out what they said before and after that 30 or 40 second clip. Now after we hear the 30 second clip is pissing us off, we feel like in war mode and all these things, and then finally something happened and we get to see the whole thing, and then when we see what they said and the context that it was said in, it's like, oh my God, I was wrong about how I felt or how I acted. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, by then the damage is already done because you were going off of that 30 or 40 second perception. You didn't get the full context of what the person was saying, and you've already probably sent hate mail to that person. You probably do all type of things that you wish you could take back. So that's why I say emotions are good servants, but they're very poor masters, because we allow our emotions to control our life. It'll make us do things that we have reason to regret on a regular basis. It's not good to allow our emotions to be that strong in our life, or to be that powerful in our life. We need to let reason overshadow our emotions. Let your emotions be like an indicator, but then let the reasoning kick in, So, yeah, there's that. That's number 7. Okay, we're going to do number 8 too, and then I'm really done. We're going to do 9, 10, 11, and 12 at my earliest convenience after that. So if you felt drawn to number 8, I feel drawn to this one for this one. Okay, so the subject matter, if you felt drawn to number 8 regarding your work, we got live your soul, not a role. It's like, that's the energy of like getting back to doing something from your place of love for whatever it is that you do, and honoring your expression, not caring what other people think about you giving your honest self to the work. So let's see an example. I'm seeing something in the food industry. So we know that there's a whole bunch of chicken and chips shops, a whole bunch of fast food restaurants that serve chicken and chips, right? Now, you already know that regular old chicken and chips, it works. But let's say you have an idea that your family loves. So let's say you do your chips and there's some special seasonings that you put on your chips. You do your chicken and you do your chicken in a special type of butter. It's not like the rest that's on the high street. It's not like any other chicken and chips that the public already know. God is saying that's what you need to put out there. It's easy to follow a business formula that you see working already. It takes courage to expand and do something new. Something that you yourself believe in, but you're not sure if the public will accept it. Yeah, your family love it. Yeah, your close ones love it. But will the public accept what I have? How you gonna know? You see? So let's say you own a restaurant or something. You see like how special, something just happened to my connection. You see how certain fast food chains put on specials at certain times? You can do that. Put on a special where you offer this special thing to the public. So, like for the month of XYZ, we're gonna have this thing. So, give people a month to try it out, see how the people respond to it. Or for a season, let's say Valentine's season or Easter, excuse me, or for Christmas or for Halloween, or put on a special, whatever it is that you're offering to the public, whether it's a restaurant or some other type of business, whatever goods or businesses, make a special and put it out there so that your clients can get to sample whatever this is and see how the public respond to it, your clients or your customers. Okay, you have to just take a chance and see how they respond to it. Once you see how they respond to it, then you can kind of dip your foot in there a little bit, and bring it in more until you can have it as part of the business, a permanent part of the business. But when it comes to specials, people tend to appreciate and indulge more when it's not so popular. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, miss a few months. Okay? Put it out, see how they respond. If you see that it's like a yes, then do it again, but give them time to miss it. Okay? And then when you're coming back with it, make sure you put some adverts out there so that they know that they can expect this. So like when people are coming in to buy their regulars, you got your little leaflets there to tell them that coming in the month of blah blah blah, you can get to enjoy, that thing that they so like, and then people will be looking forward to it. You understand what I'm saying? Or taking advantage of maybe if you got deals or whatever, but find a way to put yourself out there, just what you believe in, whether it's price drops or price raises or special ingredients or special haircut or just whatever is your own personal touch. You're not sure how the public gonna respond, but trust me, you need to find out. And I feel like it's gonna be a good response. So live your soul, not a role. Okay? Whew. Wow. So that mishap just now is like you're afraid of failure. But I've already given you the formula. Dip your toe in the water before you put your whole body in it. Okay, so we got reach for the stars. What's the stars? The stars is living your soul instead of a role, being able to express your business ideas, your vibe with the public and see the public love it. That's living your soul, not a role. Okay? Because it's one thing to go to work because we need to. It's another whole different vibe when you're going to work because you actually enjoy going to work. Is it? It brings out a different side of you. It just adds that extra ingredient in whatever you're doing to make it exceptional. Okay, so create an environment where you're happy and satisfied. Okay, reach for the stars. So the stars is basically the best of the best. So the underlying issue, we got keep your commitments. Keep your commitments and bust out of your cocoon. So it's like you've already made yourself promises, but you're holding yourself back. So it's like you already know what you have. You already know that you want to live your soul. You want to express yourself in some way. There are things that you want to implement when it comes to your business, but you're holding yourself back with this bust out of the cocoon business. So like, what is it that's standing in our way? Goddamn, this is mine. All right, let's see. So we got take the lead, and look what's coming right behind it. Retreat. What kind of being within two minds? This is definitely my reading when it comes to my hairdressing. Take the lead and retreat. So it's like we're in and out, but I know what's holding me back. A shit. I got government people trying to infiltrate my business and make it a horrible experience, and I'm just not in the mood to be toyed with. Because I got my sink, I got everything ready. I could actually be washing people's dreadlocks, offering my services to the public, but I just don't feel safe yet. I don't feel like, and it's my home, it's a little space, and they'll be right basically in my bedroom. I just have like a divider separating my sleeping area from my salon, because right now I don't have any money to go outside and pay for a unit to work from. So it's in my personal space, and that's what's stopping me from fucking going forward with living my soul when it comes to my hair business. So what's stopping you? Let's read on and see. So we got take the lead and retreat. Face your adversities. Oh my God. So God is saying you better go out and do it. Tune out distractions. God said forget about it. Whatever is holding you back, just fucking dip your foot in the water. Go. I need to take my own advice. Fucking hell. I forgot it was my reading too. Yeah, trust in the divine plan. Oh, it makes me happy actually, because I love my job. I love to watch people's dreadlocks. I love to show people what beauty their dreadlocks can be. I want to show people how to stop them from breaking off, and I want other people to fall in love with my clients' dreadlocks and be inspired by them. And it's like when it comes to black people, like real black people, when it comes to real black people, you notice it's like our hair don't grow. We who comb our hair don't grow like that. You know? I mean, I got people fighting against my dreadlocks now, and that's why they're taking so long to grow back. That's why they broke in the first place. But I'm a special situation. Regular people, their dreadlocks, you see how dreadlocks can grow fast when nobody's sabotaging them. And it's like, for black people, because we envy white people when they have their long hair, you know. I'm gonna be honest with you. But it's because we are meant to have dreadlocks. If we want to have long, lustrous hair like that, we have to grow our dreadlocks. That's how we get long hair. Or else, our hair is just gonna be, you know. Some people get big afros, but I feel now is not the time to talk about that. But yeah, I feel like big afros, let me just say this. I feel like big afros, there's a time and a place for a fucking big afro. I'm not going to even try to go on like just because it's an afro that is acceptable everywhere all the time. There's a time where you need to put that away. Okay? Or make it small somehow. Okay? Especially if you're not the type of person to keep your hair very clean, or if you got like dry scalp and shit like that. Shit, I don't need to have anything from your head dropping on me because your hair is so big and coming into my personal space. That goes for people with curly big hair as well. Whether you're like black with an actual afro, or you're mixed race, or you're some other something mixed with something, and your hair is big. Okay? Control all your bits. I just had to say that. So yeah. So when it comes to us, we need to, whatever is holding us back from, whatever's holding us back, man, whatever your excuse is, it's like God is saying, fuck them excuses. That's it, fuck them excuses. I got you. What are you doing? You're acting like I'm not here. Okay, make no judgment. So it's like you don't know what's actually going to happen. We got be patient, ask with sincerity, go for your dreams, reflect on your truth, say no, forgive and forget. Oh my God. Reevaluate your priorities and express your joy. Focus on success and grieve your losses. So God said, yeah, some shit gonna happen. Yeah, something gonna happen that you're not gonna like, but it's okay. It's like, are you gonna give yourself a chance to express your joy, or are you just gonna allow your fears or your avoidance of certain situations to hold you back? So far, I have been allowing me just avoiding the emotional turmoil or somebody coming and messing with our stuff. And it's just, I know what they did to me at the other house when I was operating from inside the house. I remember what happened, and I'm not in the mood for that right now. But God says we need to just go for it. Let me see. So we got make no judgments, be patient, ask with sincerity. Okay, so this is like praying before we do what we're doing. So it's like before you go, well, for me, before I go soliciting clients, I need to pray so that God guide me towards who I should allow in. And like whatever happened, just allow it to happen in it, because it's all a part of the divine plan. So that's the same for you. So whatever it is that's holding you back from doing what you actually enjoy. Cause see how I lit up when I was talking about it. But yeah, whatever is holding you back from doing what you enjoy as far as work goes, God is saying that you need to pray before you make your move, and just make your move. You know? Just know that you're covered. And let's see, we got reflect on your truth and say no. Forgive and forget. So it's like whatever it is that's holding us back is our truth, because I mean we have real concerns. But God say no and forgive and forget. So it's like don't allow those real concerns to be greater than our steps forward. You know? It says reevaluate your priorities. So what's your priority right now? Your priority should be you expressing your joy. So we're allowing the circumstances to stop us from doing what we actually love to do. One of the things we were born to do. God said we need to focus on success and grieve our losses. You can't have success without some else, you know? So God says snap out of it and get out and do it after you've prayed. God said, I got you. God said, don't worry. Anything that happened is part of my divine plan. Whether it's to teach us a lesson or teach the people who trying to fuck with us a lesson, God says, I'm up to something. And I can't do the something I'm up to if you're not doing anything. So, we got to make moves. Okay? So, it's time to get up and get out and do our thing. All right? After we cover ourselves with prayer. And we're going to end this one right here. Let me take that one off so I don't do it again. So we got 9, 10, 11, and 11 and a 12. 9, 10, 11, and 12 coming the next time I do a live. Okay? So thank you so much for joining me. I wish us all the very best. Until next time, my darlings. Bye-bye.